At exactly 2 a.m., the hospital hallway was silent. No nurses. No footsteps. Only the sound of Dr. Kingsley Reed's own heartbeat pounding in his ears. The syringe in his hand trembled. Inside it was Prussian blue, an antidote powerful enough to save a life, and dangerous enough to destroy his. If anyone found out what he was about to do, he would lose everything, his career, his reputation, maybe even his freedom. But if he didn't do it, Amara Williams would be dead within 72 hours. Kingsley stood outside room 347, staring at the door like it was a line he could never uncross. Because the woman lying on the other side wasn't just his patient, she was the woman he loved. And loving her was the most dangerous thing he had ever done. But this story didn't begin at 2 a.m. It began 3 weeks earlier. Amara Williams had always believed in fairy tales, even at 32, even as a successful marketing executive, even after life had taught her better. She believed in soulmates, in true love, in happy endings. That belief was the reason she married Devin Williams 5 years earlier. Tall, charming, successful. The kind of man who proposed under moonlight with rose petals and promises. But fairy tales don't always end the way we expect. Sometimes, the monster wears a perfect smile. Mrs. Williams? The voice was calm, gentle, steady. I'm Dr. Kingsley Reed. I'll be overseeing your care while Dr. Morrison is away. Amara looked up from her hospital bed, and for a brief second, the world tilted. He wasn't loud. He wasn't flashy. But there was something about him. The wire-rimmed glasses, the thoughtful blue eyes, the way he seemed more comfortable with silence than small talk, and the kindness. It was written all over his face. Another doctor? She smiled weakly. I'm starting to collect you all. Kingsley smiled back. And just like that, his carefully built emotional walls collapsed. He had treated thousands of patients in 15 years. He was known for his discipline, his boundaries, his control. But Amara's smile, soft, warm, brave, despite her pain. It shattered him. As Kingsley reviewed her chart, something didn't sit right. The medication dosages were off. Too high. Too aggressive. And then he noticed something else. An anticoagulant she didn't need. These were prescribed by Dr. Morrison? He asked carefully. I think so, Amara said. My husband usually handles everything. Her fingers twisted the blanket. He keeps asking about my life insurance, she added nervously. Says he's just being prepared. Prepared. The word echoed in Kingsley's mind like an alarm. Over the next week, Kingsley found himself spending more time in room 347 than anywhere else. Officially, it was medical diligence. Unofficially, it was because Amara was sunlight in human form. She laughed at his quiet jokes, asked about his research, remembered details no one ever remembered. You mentioned Chopin last week, she said once. No one had ever listened to him like that. And somewhere between shared silences and whispered conversations, they fell in love. Quietly, dangerously, irrevocably. But the red flags kept piling up. Devin controlled every appointment, spoke over Amara, handled all her medications. And then Kingsley discovered the truth. Thallium poisoning. Slow, deliberate, designed to look like illness. There was only one antidote. Prussian blue, and very little time. When Kingsley took the evidence to Dr. Kate Anderson, she went pale. I've suspected Morrison for years, she admitted. Patients dying. Money appearing? No proof. We don't have time for bureaucracy, Kingsley said, voice breaking. She die. Kate looked at him carefully. You're in love with her. It wasn't a question. I don't care what it costs, Kingsley said. I will save her. That night, Kingsley sat alone in his apartment, holding the vial. This wasn't just medicine. It was a choice. And he had already made it. At 2 a.m., he entered room 347. Amara was awake, crying silently. Kingsley? She whispered. I need you to trust me, he said. With my life? She replied. And she meant it. As he lifted the syringe, the lights exploded on. Well, well, Devon's voice sneered from the doorway. Unauthorized medication. How intimate. He was recording. My wife dies tonight, Devon said calmly. And you take the blame? Kingsley didn't hesitate. He injected the antidote. Chaos erupted. Security. Shouting. Accusations. As they dragged Kingsley away, Amara screamed his name. But Amara didn't die. She got better. Fast. And the truth unraveled. Payments. Records. Confessions. Devon was arrested. So was Dr. Morrison. And Kingsley was freed. When he stepped out of the police station, exhausted and broken, Amara was waiting. She ran into his arms. You saved my life, she whispered. I would do it again, he said. 1,000 times. I love you, she said softly. And this time, he didn't deny it. Their love didn't rush. It healed. Quiet dinners. Late-night talks. Shared fears. And one ordinary evening. Marry me, Amara said. Kingsley laughed through tears. I've had the ring for months. They married in spring. No grand crowd. Just truth. Just love. And as Kingsley held Amara beneath the stars, he knew some miracles don't arrive with thunder. Some arrive softly. In hospital rooms. In quiet courage. In love that refuses to let go. END.